October has officially ended, and there have been so many games that were released in the last month. However, there are only so many games that we can play on the Steam Deck, and now we can see which games were the most played throughout October. So without further delay, here are the top 20 games that were played on the Steam Deck throughout the entire month of October. If you want to see more videos like this, hit that like and subscribe button, and hit the notification bell to be notified as soon as our next video goes live. Starting off the list, we have Megabonk. This perfect combination of Vampire Survivors and Risk of Rain 2 is extremely addicting, and I found it very hard to stop playing. It's got a ton of characters, unlockables, and is just so much fun. It's $9.99, Steam Deck verified, and has moved up 5 places from number 6 last month to number 1. Hades 2 is back in the number 2 slot, and for good reason. The 1.0 patch brought more recognition and more players playing the game, moving up 13 spots last month to the number 3 spot. Hades 2 is addictive, it's filled with charm, and it's so much fun to play. The game is $29.99 on Steam and is rated Steam Deck verified. In the number 3 spot, it's Hollow Knight Silksong, which has actually moved down a little bit. Last month, it was ranked at number 1. The follow-up to the Metroidvania masterpiece of Hollow Knight is here, and it's so good. If you wanted more Hollow Knight Silksong is perfect for you. And if you're a fan of Metroidvanias in general, look no further. The game is $19.99, rated Steam Deck verified, and actually moved down 2 spots, where last month it was number 1, and now it's number 3. At number 4, we have Ball X Pit, which is another roguelike that I love. It's essentially a mix of Brick Breaker and Galaga, where you're shooting balls at enemies coming down at you, you're getting new balls, you can combine them, fuse them, evolve them, and there is a whole town management system where you can upgrade yourself and the balls that you get. The game is $14.99, rated Steam Deck verified, and is a new release. At number 5, we have Hollow Knight. This game is regarded as a masterpiece in the Metroidvania genre, and for good reason. It's moody, it's got a gorgeous atmosphere, it's hand-drawn 2D art pops, and it is so much fun to explore the twisting caverns and fight the creatures in there. The game is $14.99, rated Steam Deck verified, and it actually moved down 3 spots. Last month it was at number 2, and this month it's at number 5. And number 6 is Stardew Valley. This game has been around for so long, and if you don't know about it, then I don't know what to tell you. It's a slice of life farming simulator where you will take care of your own farmland, interact with all the people there, fight monsters in caverns, and much more. The game is $14.99, rated Steam Deck verified, and moved down 1 spot from number 5 to number 6. At number 7, we've got the original Hades. The top-down roguelike is one of the games that I feel really pushed the roguelike genre into where it is today. There are a lot of games that try to emulate the feel that Hades has, but none have felt as fresh, fluid, or tight as Hades does. The game is $24.99, rated Steam Deck verified, and actually moved up 3 spaces from number 10 last month to number 7. At number 8, we've got Baldur's Gate, a story-rich party-based RPG set in the same universe of Dungeons & Dragons. The game has a ton of player's choice, and as a huge fan of Larian Studios ever since Divinity, this game is 100% worth playing, whether it's on the Steam Deck or on your desktop PC. The game is $59.99, rated Steam Deck verified, and moved down 1 spot, where last month it was number 7, and now it's number 8. At number 9, we've got Digimon Story Time Stranger. This game is the latest in the Digimon Story series and is a full-scale JRPG where you're going to unravel a mystery that spans across the human and digital world, and of course collecting the Digimon that you're going to be using to battle. If you're a fan of the other Digimon Story games, you're going to love this game. And as we said in our review, it's not only great to play, it's also wonderful on the Steam Deck. The game is $69.99, rated Steam Deck verified, and is a new release. At number 10, we have Balatro. Balatro is a poker roguelike, where you're going to be getting hands, you're going to have to play poker hands, and you're going to be getting points allocated with those hands. Each round you have to get a specific amount of those points to go to the next one. It's another extremely addictive roguelike that I find hard to stay away from. The game is $14.99, rated Steam Deck verified, and actually moved down 1 spot. Last month it was at number 9, this month it's at number 10. At number 11, we have CloverPit. This one is another roguelike, but based around the slot machine. You're essentially going to be playing slots to get as many coins as you can. Each round you have 3 attempts to get the amount of coins that you need to get, otherwise you will die. You can turn around and get some artifacts here and there that will boost the multipliers and rates that you can get, so you can get as many coins as humanly possible. The game is $9.99, rated Steam Deck verified, and is a new addition to the list. At number 12, we have Deep Rock Galactic Survivor. This one takes a lot of cues from Vampire Survivors, where you're going to be walking around and fighting enemies, gaining experience from them, and upgrading yourself as you level up. The difference is, with Deep Rock Galactic being involved, you get to also mine, where you can get more resources to give you even more upgrades, both in-run and permanently. It's honestly a wonderful mix of Deep Rock Galactic and Vampire Survivors, to the point where I actually sometimes choose it over Vampire Survivors when I'm in the mood for that kind of game. The game is $12.99, rated Steam Deck verified, and it moved down 4 spots from number 8 last month to number 12. At number 13, we have Vampire Survivors. Of course, Vampire Survivors is the game that really started this whole survivors genre. Basically, you just walk around, you fight enemies with automatic weapons that'll just go off on their own, upgrade yourself with drops from them, find treasure chests that can give you even more modifiers, and just grow more and more powerful. Vampire Survivors has had a consistent amount of updates with some really great collaborations from Contra and Castlevania. And recently, there was one with Balatro. The game is $4.99, rated Steam Deck verified, and actually moved up 7 spots. Last month, it was at number 20, and this month, it's at number 13. At number 14, we have Cyberpunk 2077. This large-scale RPG can feel really overwhelming at times, but I absolutely adore it. It's got a ton of player choice, some great abilities, wonderful combat, and just puts it all together in this gorgeous sci-fi cyberpunk aesthetic. The game is $59.99, rated Steam Deck verified, and actually moved down 3 spots. It was at number 11 last month, and is at number 14 this month. At number 15, we have Hogwarts Legacy. This immersive open-world action RPG allows you to become the wizard that you want to be. You get to run around Hogwarts, fight monsters, learn spells, and be a part of the world of Harry Potter that all of us have grown up with. The game is $59.99, rated Steam Deck verified, and has actually moved up 3 spots. Last month it was at number 18, and this month it's at number 15. At number 16, we have Brotato. Brotato is kind of like a smaller scale Vampire Survivors. It takes place on a much smaller world. You're running around. Weapons are still very automatic, but you pick up stuff that will level you up. You can get upgrades for your stats, and then afterwards you get currency, which you can use in between waves to buy new items, new weapons, to make yourself more powerful. The game also recently just got a new DLC that adds in even more content, with more weapons, a new map, new characters, new items, and even new mechanics. The game itself is only $4.99, rated Steam Deck verified, and it actually moved down 2 spots from number 14 last month to number 16. At number 17, we've got Final Fantasy Tactics: The Ivalice Chronicles. Seeing one of the best Final Fantasy games make a return in such a dramatic way was so wonderful. It's still got that Final Fantasy charm with an interesting story and some good RPG mechanics, while still having a top-down strategic element to it. You'll be moving your characters along grid-based levels, fighting them, choosing what kind of attacks to do, and managing your team. The game is $49.99, rated Steam Deck verified, and was not on the list last month, but apparently moved up about 21 spots to make it back onto the list. At number 18, we've got Red Dead Redemption 2. Red Dead Redemption 2 is highly regarded as one of the best open world games right now, featuring gorgeous cinematic and realistic visuals with an interesting story and some wonderful combat. I'm a huge fan of the physics-based stuff myself, so watching bodies flop or the horse fall is just so much fun for me. The game is on sale for $19.99 until November 13th and is rated Steam Deck playable. This is due to the launcher or setup tool possibly requiring the touchscreen or virtual keyboard and some small in-game text. The game actually moved down 2 spots from last month, going from number 16 to number 18. At number 19, we have No Man's Sky, the space exploration in an infinite procedurally generated universe. I still remember when this game initially came out, and I was a little bit worried since it released in such an odd state that didn't hold up to the promises that they were saying for it, but it really came around with tons of free updates, including a new update that released recently called Breach. Seriously, these updates are coming almost every other month. It's just pretty amazing that they're able to keep on adding to it for free. So there is no extra cost to any of these. The game is $59.99 and rated Steam Deck playable due to small in-game text. However, even with the new update, it moved down about 15 spots, going from number 4 last month to number 19. And finally at number 20, we have Slay the Spire, one of the first deck builder roguelikes that I have ever played. This is another one that I feel pioneered this type of genre where we started to see way more card-based roguelike games after this one. You'll craft your own unique deck, encounter bizarre creatures, discover relics to give yourself buffs, and of course, slay. The game is $24.99, rated Steam Deck verified, and moved down 5 spots from number 15 last month to number 20. And those are the top 20 games that were played throughout October. Last month, 4 games actually left the list for this month. We are missing Peak, The Binding of Isaac Rebirth, Elden Ring, and Helldivers 2. Still, this is a fantastic list of games here, and I find it hard not to recommend any one of these. Baldur's Gate 3's new Linux patch really helped improve performance, while Hogwarts Legacy still being a little bit off for me is playable on the Steam Deck. You can check out the list for yourself on our website in our article, or you could go to the website itself and check out the Steam chart. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like and subscribe button, and hit the notification bell to be notified as soon as our next video goes live. And a huge thank you to our patrons. You guys are awesome. See you next time.